The Pokemon sealed market continues to move up and down, but how much is it actually moving? In this video, we're going to be talking about the changes over the last week in terms of sealed product moving, spoiler alert, down over some sets. But there is some very interesting stuff to talk about, including some quantities that we're seeing being listed for various items. So to kind of like not bury the lead, I am seeing a lot of liquidation happen, and it is kind of confirming some of the correction news and the correction topics and news that we have been talking about, not only on this channel, but the entirety of YouTube and everything else. So what's up, guys? My name is Steve. This is Steel City Stacks. Welcome into the channel. We do this series once a week. We talk about changes in the quantity and the price of all things Sword and Shield, Scarlet Violet, and now Mega Evolutions in terms of the booster boxes and specialty ETBs and some PC ETBs as well, because people do collect those. But I did want to mention something super fast before we get into this, because I don't mention it on this channel very much. I do actually have a Pokemon card store that I use online via TCG Player. I'm trying to build that up so I can eventually build my own website and house product there. It's just a nice little side hustle that I started earlier this year. If you're interested, I have a lot of singles and bulk cards, as well as some sealed Japanese boxes and packs on there, and hopefully some English product coming up very soon. But check it out. Everything is at least 5% under market, especially some new Destined Rivals cards that I got and some Mega Evolution cards. I think I got about like 5 or 6, including the Marshadow. It's here somewhere, but just wanted to mention that super quick. But with that said, let's get into the main reason you're here and talking about some of the booster boxes, ETBs, and the rest of the sealed market. Before we flip the camera around, I do want to emphasize one thing that I did kind of spoil. We are seeing prices go down and we are seeing quantities change very rapidly, but I want you guys to be able to focus on the quantities that we're talking about. You know, there's a lot of things that could happen with, prices and stuff like that, but the quantities that we're seeing are very, very important. And we are now, as of this recording, 1 week away from being able to showcase all of the graphs that I'm going to make for each set, for each item. It's going to be a longer form video. If that is not your thing, that's totally fine. No skin off my bones. There will be chapters in it. You guys can skip around to everything that you want to see, but I figured this is a great way to be able to showcase every set to you guys, to showcase the price, the quantity, and everything, so you guys are more well-informed into making your collection and investing and whatever kind of decisions that you want to make in this hobby. But I want it to be as detailed as possible. But for this video, please focus on the quantity as it respects to the price, as some of the things that we're going to be talking about, because there are more advanced topics here that we will get into as the series goes on. But for now, just focus on this and you'll understand, I promise. All right, so we are going to jump straight into it, talking Sword and Shield. We're going to blow through this one pretty quick. There's not a terrible amount going on. Of course, the older sets that you get, the less movement there is, so not much to talk about. But we're going to start with Vivid Voltage and Battle Styles. You guys can see that there was about a 7 to 7.5% increase in total quantity for Vivid Voltage and Battle Styles. That saw 8 and 10 new listings respectively, and about a 2% drop in price for each of them. Not a whole lot going on, but just it is what it is. Evolving Skies. We got to start there. Evolving Skies, there was a slight difference in quantity total change, but you guys can see here the price changed drastically, and I want to highlight that super fast. So you guys can see here that there's a bunch of crap listings, and this is the problem with using TCG Player, but it does give you like most of the data that you're going to need. And you can see down here, it's just like 36 packs, like whatever, cool. No one really wants those. But then you go to here, the second page, and you can see, okay, well, that's 210, that's 250, 260, 260, 265, excuse me, 265 again, and it just, it keeps going. And then you jump down here, and it's like, okay, 2409, 2450. So the price is going all over the place. It really depends on when like these guys sell here. It's going to be really important to kind of monitor, but I wanted to keep like most of the price consistent. It is down 10.5 or 10.79% right now. Evolving Skies down to 2309.99. Fusion Strike, we're seeing not as much listed currently, which is really interesting. Quantity changes down 14%, negative 10 new listings, and the price has actually fallen 5.76% down to $939.99 for a sealed booster box of Fusion Strike. We continue to see nice healthy amounts for Brilliant Stars, 6.33% increase in quantity. The price has not changed at all. It's just showing that it's still very liquid. But you can see here the item sold difference was down 73%. That's because 15 of them sold last week. So big difference there, but like not really, if we're being honest. Like 15 compared to 4, it is what it is. Astral Radiance and Lost Origin Both are down 7.27% and then 3.02% respectively. Astral Radiance currently sitting at 381.27. Lost Origin 707.99 for a booster box. Silver Tempest up quantity 6.25%. 11 new listings, that's quite a bit. The price has not changed. It is still around 457.98. Specialty ETBs for Sword and Shield. Shining Fates still seeing quite a healthy amount. It is down 2.84%, so we are seeing a slight correction in Shining Fates. That's all fine. Celebrations with the 30th anniversary coming up. There were 16 items sold over the last week. That is up 33% from the previous week, and 18 were added last week, but that is actually down quite a bit. There were 32 added last week, so only 18 this week. The price has fallen 4.73%. I'm not going to touch Pokemon Go. It is what it is. You guys can just read that on your own. Sorry, I don't love Pokemon Go whatsoever. And it's not popular, so we're just not really going to talk about it. Crown Zenith, though, very popular set. Quantity change up 8.79%, currently sitting at $213.88. That's actually down 2.76%. We have seen 20 new boxes listed. That is double the amount that was added last week. So just, something to kind of keep in mind there. Crown Zenith remains very liquid, so I definitely like that one. Swapping to everyone's favorite, we are talking Scarlet Violet booster boxes and specialty ETBs. Scarlet Violet base, not much going on there, just a negative 2.08% price change. It is down to $234.99 for Scarlet Violet base booster boxes. All cool, whatever. Paldea Evolved, your first one to really talk about. There are 172 currently listed on TCG Player. That is up 16%. We are seeing a 53.33% difference positive for the items sold difference. 23 of them sold in the previous week compared to the 15 from last week. There are 47 new listings on TCG Player for Paldea Evolved booster boxes. That is up 113.5%. The price, however, has not moved at all. This booster box is still selling for $408.50. That is telling me that consumers are confident in the price of the Paldea Evolved booster boxes. It is also telling me that people are willing to move these booster boxes because more of them are coming to market and take the profits at this $409 range. It'll be very interesting to see what happens with Paldea Evolved in the next couple of weeks. Obsidian Flames and Paradox Rift, both of them are seeing similar things. Not much going on. However, Obsidian Flames is down 6.62%. Paradox down 6.48% in terms of total price. You can get an Obsidian Flames booster box for $306.99. Paradox for $234.99. A very far cry from the insane price that it was when this really started, all the way up at $278. So it's down quite a bit. Paradox Rift is about $40 a box. You'll love to see it. Temporal Forces. This is the one that we are going to highlight quite a bit on this channel moving forward. So there are 115 listed currently. Only 4 of them sold, but we have seen an increase of 11.5% to market. That's 16 new listings. That's up 166.6%. Price is currently at $278.98. That is pretty much no change over last week, but we're going to flip here and we're going to look at our Temporal Forces graph. This has gone nothing but up and up and up and up and up and up for an entire year straight. At some point, this is going to have to sell. It just literally has to. And go back here. If this number keeps increasing, this new listing keeps increasing, people are going to start undercutting one another. This price is eventually going to go down. Keep your eyes on Temporal Forces. I think it's a sleeper set. There's a lot of great cards in that set. We're going to look back and wonder why did we not get into Temporal Forces when we could have. This was the last booster box that was available on the Pokemon Center, and I'm sure people are probably just sitting on that because of that fact. And there's probably a lot more than the 115 that's currently available on TCG Player. Just something to keep your eyes on. They all could be in sealed cases. I'm not exactly sure. Just pay attention to it. Twilight Masquerade. Again, not a terrible amount going on with Twilight Masquerade. It's down 1.62%, down to $305 for a booster box. Is what it is. Stellar Crown. Last week we saw a massive increase in Stellar Crown. We saw 44 new listings the previous week. This past week, we only saw -2 added, so 2 more sold than what were added. We're down 6.8% on total quantity, which is totally fine because we added a bunch to market last week, but the price finally came down. You can get a booster box for $269.99. It is down over 5.75% right now. Keep your eye on Stellar Crown. That one is going to be one that you're going to probably want to get out of. That price is going to drop probably pretty considerably. I just don't think there's a lot holding up Stellar Crown aside from the little amount of boxes that exist for Stellar Crown. Surging Sparks, the set that I have talked about the most on this channel for quite some time now. Sorry about that, guys. I do have a soft spot for Surging Sparks, but it's also, a really good set. Currently, there are 1,172 boxes listed. That is down 2% over the previous week. But what's interesting is you guys can see 64 of them sold over the last week. That is actually up 23% from the previous week. The new listings are only 39 of them compared to the 64 that were sold. That is down 67%. The price has reflected that. It is up to $263.92 from $253. That is up 4.3%. We take a look at the graph for Surging Sparks, and I tried to tell you guys last week that this is what was going to happen. This is the yearly chart. Take a good look at it. Got it? Cool. Let's swap to 6 months. You guys are going to laugh at this one. You can go ahead and draw a flat line all the way over, a horizontal flat line all the way where my cursor is going right now. Let me take it away so you guys can see. If you plot a data point here, 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 and here, it's all going to be practically a straight line. This box is going to run all the way back up to probably 275-ish or 280 somewhere, and that's probably going to fall again. But you missed your opportunity if you wanted to buy in at this price. It's probably done. If you look at some of the listings, you already go down here. It's 259 down here. Swap to the second page. I don't know what that is. That's a crap listing. $60 with $200 shipping. Shout out you, dude. 0 sales. 263.92, 264, 264, 260. What is that? 264. Etc. 265. Like the price is just going back up, and it's going to continue to be that way for quite a while. So pay attention to Surging Sparks. You guys probably have, like, from the time when this video is posted, you might have the end of the day before it starts hitting $270. And yeah, it is what it is. Journey Together non-enhanced. We're going to touch this one very quickly. Up 16.42% in terms of quantity, but down 2% on price. More people trying to liquidate right now for the non-enhanced version. Just is what it is. The enhanced version, though, Journey Together, we did see a lot more added to the market. 152.94% increase in total listings for Journey Together, and it is down 3.84% on price, down to a solid $250. We pull up the graph for our Journey Together, and you guys can see this is the troubling sign. All the way up here, this is the 3-month graph. Let's jump it down to a year so you guys don't think I'm cherry picking. Still very much up over the last, from its basic release, but let's go back to the 3-month. You guys are going to be able to see here that it did crest to 264. It fell down to 256. It's up to 260-ish again. But I had mentioned that we're down to about 250. That means people like this is a brick and mortar store here. Like they'll say certified hobby shop. $250. They have 4 of them. They're trying to get rid of them. That would bring this bubble all the way down to about where my cursor is right there. That is a troubling sign. That is telling me that people do not have confidence in Journey Together short term right now. It's an opportunity to, do the whole dollar cost average your way down. Pay attention to Journey Together. This might be your opportunity to get into some of the enhanced booster boxes. I was just at Dick's Sporting Goods, the House of Sport one here in Pittsburgh yesterday, and I saw a couple of them in their display cases because, yes, they do sell Pokemon cards now. just so you guys know, Dick's Sporting Goods sells a lot of them. They had 3 of these for sale at $250. So it's kind of backing up that graph. Destined Rivals, I really don't want to touch this one, but it is what it is. Price right now, $387.99. It's down 1.39% on the week. Cool, whatever. Here's the big thing, though. You guys are going to see Destined Rivals run. And I'm going to come back to this last week. I'm going to point and laugh and say, ha, 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 guys, I told you so. Only 55 of them were added to the market this past week. That is down 68.5% from last week. There's still a healthy 303 booster boxes available, but I'm telling you guys, this graph is going to shoot back up. It's going to happen. People can't help themselves with Destined Rivals, and even in a bad market, it's still going to try and run its way back up. You just know that it's going to. This is going to be such a sought after thing. It doesn't really matter when you guys buy into this. It's eventually, like long term, it is going to hold its value and then some. And it just is what it is. I'm very sorry about that. 151 ETBs up 9% in terms of total quantity, but down 2.5% on price. Still hovering around 400. It's just ridiculous for an ETB. Paldean Fates, 16.39% increase in quantity. We're up to 108. That is a sizable new listing percentage as well at 88.89%. And the price has fallen down to $269.93. That's down 3.3%. You guys can see from this graph here, this is the 1 year chart. It is starting to falter down. If we blow it up just a little bit, you guys can still see it is falling just here a little bit. It's not significant, but something to keep in mind of. People are liquidating their Paldean Fates finally. It's good to see. Shrouded Fable, I think the bubble finally burst for Shrouded Fable people. 110 new listings last week, 254% increase on Shrouded Fable. That is a significant amount. 216 available right now, Shrouded Fable ETBs, only 12 of them sold. The price has actually gone up to $83.69, which is hilarious. I don't really understand that one. I don't know why this page didn't load here. I'm sorry, guys. That's really unfortunate. I had these preloaded and everything, but you can see the price is just kind of it's up and down, but it's still trending up. I don't know if we're just seeing like a downturn in like the price. I think someone's probably going to come in and buy like 50 of these at this price because, if it falls down to this low here of about $72, I could see someone coming in and just absolutely cleaning house. But, those are loose ETBs. Like this Hobbiesville boutique, 99 of them. That's where most of these came from, this brick and mortar store. I have no idea where they're from. But, that's the dangerous part about this. They could go and buy any amount. They're only paying the $14.99 in shipping. So this is going to get cleared out. We're going to revisit this listing here next week. This is going to get absolutely eaten alive. And I can guarantee that it does because it's at $68. Their cost basis is going to just be juicy. Hopefully someone sees this video. Let me know down below if you guys are the ones purchasing this one, because that is just a screaming buy opportunity. I mean, you're buying it essentially like all the way down here on that graph. It's a no-brainer. Prismatic Evolutions. We'll spend some time talking about this about as quick as I can here as well. But 5% increase on total Prismatic Evolutions on the market. 247 new listings compared to what was sold. That is up 130%. The price is down 5.25%, down to $131.94. I'm worried, guys. I'm worried about Prismatic Evolutions. This is the third or fourth time now we've really seen it not being able to crest 140 without it going back down. I mentioned Crown Zenith earlier and how it ran. People love Crown Zenith. I just have a feeling that this price is going to stay around this point. Obviously, when it comes back down, you guys can buy in. We are going to monitor this one like a hawk because I have 2 of them behind me. I would love to get about 1,000 more of those. It's just going to continue to do like the dance. Like this is like, as Rudy would put it, the kangaroo type of market. I mean, just look, it's building like a retracement. It's like a trough. It won't go below $98, down below 100, and then it goes back up, and it won't climb higher than 140. It's because there's too much of it on the market. There's too many reprints, and until we get further out and they stop reprinting this one, which guess what, guys? I don't know if they're going to not reprint the ETBs. I have no idea. We will see in 2026 when the new print line opens up for the Pokemon Company and Millennium Printing or whoever they work with or own or whatever it is. But we will see if ETBs come to the market, because then, I might make a call in early part of 2026 to buy the crap out of these, because we might just see ancillary product with, the surprise boxes and the booster bundles from here on out. And these really might become a scarce quantity. But with 2,847 of them listed right now, that's way too early to make that call. Black Bolt and White Flare. Don't know if you guys have noticed, but a lot of these have just absolutely blown by. It's quite impressive to see, actually. both of them are down considerably. They are kind of, I don't want to say liquidating the market, but people are selling these and they're not getting replaced. I think people underestimated, you know, I don't want to say how little they printed, but there weren't a terrible amount that were printed. Um, and it's really interesting to see how these go. I think this is it's a Pokemon Center one. But it's really interesting to see how much of these are selling. We're down, 68 and 52 listings respectively. Black Bolt to White Flare. The prices really haven't reflected that. Just something to monitor, guys. Just be on the lookout for Black Bolt and White Flare ETBs. Check your local places, your marketplaces near you. Check out Facebook. Do whatever. There's probably some places to gain value. Mega Evolutions. We'll wrap this up pretty quick because the other stuff not that much to talk about. Mega Evolutions. We did see 465 booster boxes sell from Wave 2 on TCG Player. Shout out to everybody. I managed to get one myself. That is actually down 29.5% compared to the previous week. There are 513 listings. That is down 12.76%. The price, $266.67. That is down 4.75% right now. And we are seeing some Phantasmal Flames movement finally. Well, actually, hold the phone. Sorry, I forgot. Let's check out this graph here. Mega Evolutions. Sorry, this is the 3-month because release was right here. So we have seen it go nothing but down. It will eventually start to peel back up. I wanted to highlight this real quick because it's just the start of the graph. But yeah, Phantasmal Flames. We have seen 364 sell. That is up almost 60% versus the previous week, 349 new listings. The only people that can list them right now, guys, are hobby shops, brick and mortars that actually have the product or have allocations for this stuff. The price has fallen down to $307.80. That's down 4.5%. These stores are just trying to gain some pre-sales and some pre-orders. It's all fine. It is what it is. Your Scarlet and Violet Pokemon Center ETBs, there's not a terrible amount that I really want to highlight here. We are seeing just, like negative prices all across the board, aside from the Iron Valiant version of the Paradox Rift ETB, Pokemon Center ETB. It is what it is. There are a lot of listings on the market, though. Just pay attention to this part here. Anything green shows more quantity. The yellow is either less or a decrease in price. Scarlet Violet, Koraidon, what is that? Iron Leaves from Temporal Forces, Twilight Masquerade, Surging Sparks, Journey Together, Shrouded Fable, Prismatic Evolutions, Black Bolt, and White Flare. All of those ones are down right now and down at least 3.5%, roughly. Just pay attention to that. We are seeing people kind of liquidate the Pokemon Center ETBs for whatever reason. The same thing is kind of true here for the Lucario and Gardevoir ETBs from Mega Evolutions, the Pokemon Center ones, as well as the Phantasmal Flames. Lucario version down 7.7%. It is down to $229.80. Your Gardevoir PC ETB 220 right now. It's down 0.5%. And the Phantasmal Flames PC ETB still at $530.90. That is down 3.5%. That price will crater down below. It will. But yeah, that's about it. I did want to highlight a couple more things here in terms of PC ETBs. Surging Sparks one, you are seeing it start to collapse. Something to monitor. If we go back to our handy dandy little spreadsheet here and look at Surging Sparks again, 23 of them added to the market. That's an increase of 2,000%. Only 10 of them sold, and the price is down 6.2%. We're down to $241.99. It is below the booster box price now. So something to monitor. Just that price will come down if you're looking to get the PC ETB version of this. Hopefully this price comes all the way down to about 180, 190. That would be great because I'd love to pick up a few. Journey Together, same thing. You are starting to see the price kind of curve back down. It was here forever, had this huge run up, and it's starting to fall back down. You guys are going to be seeing a pattern here. Both Black Bolt and White Flare, they look almost exactly the same. This is the 6th month of Black Bolt. Hovering around 174, 170, whatever, climbed up to 239 and is back down to 187. If it falls below this point, we are going to be in official crash territory. Yes, I said the word. Sorry about it. People don't like Black Bolt and White Flare. People will liquidate these for capital so they can put it in something that's way more valuable, I'm sure. The same is true for White Flare. It is doing quite literally the same thing. This is the 6th month of the PC ETB version of White Flare. Something to monitor as well. It just, you be on the lookout for those guys. There's definitely some opportunities coming up here. It is what it is. Like I said, next week we will have the graphs for most of this stuff, so you'll be able to see it. It'll be a longer version of stuff. Might make a separate video on it, to be honest, so we can keep this kind of like on the shorter version. But let me know what you guys think down below. Do you want just like one video of everything, or do you want 2 videos, one being the quick version and the second one being the detailed one? Let me know down below. Well, that was a very fun exercise for sure. I hope you guys learned a lot in this one. There's a lot of product right now that is going down in price, and we're seeing more quantity. So for the people that may not be able to interpret like words that I'm saying very fast, or maybe the graphs and just need me to just directly say it, we are seeing more people add to the market, hoping to make some money super quick so that they can put their money either in other things or in cash to hold, so that they can buy into something that they deem to be a better quantity or better quality product. It's just something that I'm seeing week over week now. Are we in a crash? No, we are not. It is not that time to panic and to say that. We are in a correction territory, which is fine. That is healthy. There was an Alpha Investments video he put out on November 1st saying the end of the bull market is here, but my interpretation of it was the crazy bull market that we have been seeing is over, but we're still probably in an era where prices will continue to rise. Things are allowed to go down, guys. We are in between main sets right now in English, and there's just a lot going on. There's a lot of talk out there. There's a lot of new YouTubers like myself that talk and do stuff and add their opinions to the market, and I very much understand that and respect that, but I'm here to give you guys my analysis and my knowledge of what is happening. If I were you guys, I would be trepidatious or careful about what you are doing right now with your collections, your investments, whatever you want to call it, whatever you're doing. Just be careful. Be mindful of the content you are consuming. I should put it on a t-shirt. I should get Ray's permission to put this on a t-shirt. But just be careful with what you guys are consuming right now. There's a lot of information out there on YouTube. Just be sure to surround yourself with the knowledge that you can make smart decisions. As for me, I'm going to continue to monitor what is happening. I'm going to look more for the singles of stuff that I want to add for my collections, because I still like singles more than like sealed collections. But as you guys can see, I still have a good bit. I love all the PC ETBs. I only have those 3 right now above me. I will be getting in my Phantasmal Flames ones here very soon. I was able to get 2 of them. I don't plan on opening them. I don't plan on selling them. I'm going to hold them for the long term. I think they are excellent investment opportunities no matter what. I got them for MSRP, so it is what it is. I will continue to look. I will be, honestly, this guy right down, oh geez, I can't point, right down there. Still learning like the angles here, but right there. Your Black Bolt product, your White Flare product, I'm going to be getting quite a bit of that. I believe in it long term. It is going to be the biggest sleeper set of the Scarlet Violet era, because it is wedged between Destined Rivals and Mega Evolution, and it's just the way that it's going to go. So that's it for me on this one. If you guys find the content actionable, entertaining, and enjoyable, leave a like down below, leave a comment. It does help the algorithm. We've grown so much over the last month here. I am so thankful for you guys for clicking on these videos, hitting subscribe, hitting the like button, doing all the things, sharing it with your friends. It all means so much to me. I love the growth that we've had, and we're not slowing down anytime soon. Thank you for making this series possible. I will catch you guys in an episode later this week. And if you've made it this far, let me know if you guys want to see more videos throughout the week. Currently, I'm only doing 3 long form versions. So let me know what you guys think down below. I'll catch you next time.